Good evening from San Ignacio Town. With the 9 o'clock news, I am Patrick Jones. In the headlines, second leg of charity bike ride across the country arrives in Santa Elena Town. Logistics finalized for the opening of the Codicader Games, and the police make drug bust in Tea Kettle Village. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories coming up after these messages.
9 women, 1 ball, 1 diamond, 7 innings, 1 winner. It's a game of numbers. It's women's amateur softball in full high definition. Catch all the action from the diamond live on TNC 10, Belize's sport, news, and information station.
Here now is the news in details. The second of a 4-stage bicycle ride across Belize was completed today. The group of riders left Belize City at 6 o'clock this morning, and just before midday today, the group arrived at the branch office of the Belize Social Security Board in Santa Elena Town. TNC News captured aerial footage of the riders as they passed by our studios at Red Creek, showing that this year the participants include elite riders as well as members of NGOs, the business community, and ordinary citizens who believe in the cause of raising funds for charity. Chandra Cancino is the coordinator of the Ride Across Belize initiative.
It went very well. Thank God for the weather. It held up very nicely yesterday and today. And so the participation was great, the support was good as usual, and so today was another good day.
Now, this is the second leg. Where do we go from here?
Tomorrow we ride from here to Dangriga, and on Saturday we ride from Dangriga to Punta Gorda. It initially started with 2 objectives. One was to promote healthy lifestyles, and the other was to raise funds for needed charity, and hence the reason why the ride. People always say, well, how do you raise funds from a ride? But the initial purpose was also to promote healthy lifestyle. And so we encouraged staff at the time, which was in 2004, to ride and start to get fit and eat well. And then it grew from there, and it became an event that everybody wanted to do, because we literally ride from Corozal to Punta Gorda, come into Cayo and come out. So you literally see the length and breadth of Belize on a bicycle. And so it has grown a lot over the years, and that is basically the challenge for us now, is to manage the size of the ride that it has now become. This is the first year that we have 8 recipients for the funds, and those recipients are all feeding programs from across the country, because we had an experience last year with St. Mary's feeding program, and we saw how much the kids appreciate a warm meal for the day, and we saw we had an experience also with Together We Can Solve Hunger. They feed the homeless people in Belize City. And so we met and we decided to ask each branch office to choose a feeding program in their area. And so each branch chose one, and we have 8 feeding programs that will be the beneficiaries for this year.
Is there a targeted amount you're looking to raise?
We try to, our minimum that we want to raise is 50,000, and the reason for that is that up to $25,000 the board matches each dollar for dollar up to 25,000. So if if we raise 25,000, the board will give us 25, and it becomes 50,000. So that's a minimum target, but since we have so many recipients this year, we would like that to be a little bit higher.
The group of riders is scheduled to depart from Santa Elena town at 6 o'clock on Friday morning for the third leg of the event, which ends in Dangriga town. The ride across Belize ends on Saturday afternoon in Punta Gorda town. The Yaksha Conservation Trust this week hosted a 3-day agroforestry training workshop in the Toledo district. The event was held in partnership with the University of Missouri and the Environmental Research Institute of the University of Belize. According to organizers of the training, it was a preliminary step towards increasing knowledge and implementation of agroforestry systems in Belize. Christina Garcia is the executive director of the Yaksha Conservation Trust.
3 days we've been hosting an agroforestry training. And basically, it's a collaboration that we initiated with the University of Missouri, the Agroforestry Learning Center, particularly, and the ERI-UB, which is the Environmental Research Institute. It's a collaboration that we currently have with these two institutions to basically promote the idea of agroforestry, but to further enhance develop capacity and development within our farmers and also our extension officers. Get the Ministry of Agriculture a little bit more in tune with some of the practices that Yaksha has been sharing with these communities over the past 8 years, but also to get them more involved into these practices, learning more about them, so that they too can eventually promote these agricultural practices in other parts of the districts in Belize. Have extension officers from Yaksha that was involved in the training. We had farmers from within the Maya Golden Landscape, but we also had the participation of extension officers from the Ministry of Agriculture. So they too were involved with these trainings. We've been reviewing topics such as agroforestry, the design of a particular plot. We touched a little bit on the marketing aspect of agroforestry, and participants were mainly involved in terms of developing a case study, particularly for a farm that belongs to one of the participants, one of the farmer, and basically they have incorporated pasture along with agroforestry. So we're looking more at the silviculture, pastoral silviculture within that agroforestry system, but basically enhancing how more or less that system could be better developed in terms of encompassing different timber, different saplings, different fruit trees, how we can make this farm basically sustainable and shaping it into something that could become a model. We've looked at different systems, and not only within Belize, but also systems that have worked in other parts of the world, particularly in terms of the work the Agroforestry Center has been doing in the US, and perhaps adopting some of those same practices and ideas to some of the agroforestry promotion that we do with these communities.
One of the participants of the training is Big Falls Village resident Orlando Kukul. He speaks about the practical benefits of attending the training.
I find this training very successful today and educational also for 3 of us, the farmers here in Southern Belize, and actually I'm in Big Falls. And I find a lot of educated part in agroforestry and biodiversity of my farm and also other farms that we visited. And I feel confident that I have this already going on in my farm, a change, and well, I'm going to be accomplishing it for the past and the coming year.
The Yaksha Conservation Trust is an award-winning non-governmental organization working in southern Belize to improve livelihoods and protect the natural systems on which communities depend. The organization was established in 1997. You're watching the 9 o'clock news. We will have more of the day's stories for you right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Rain. I'd like to tell you about the biggest thing that hit the local real estate market, the Belize Real Estate Show. Whether you are a real estate agent or property owner looking to rent or sell your property, the Belize Real Estate Show can help. We offer high-quality production with stunning slideshows, voiceovers, cinematic videos, and even an extended walkthrough hosted by yours truly. Call the number on your screen and allow all our viewers to dream of renting or owning your property. Who said that deals only happen once a year or only on special occasions? Walk into any one of our central TV and internet offices to get free installation, free modems, and free MyTV subscriptions. Visit us whether you're in Belize City, Belmopan, San Ignacio, or Benque, or give us a call toll-free at 0800 Cable TV. Central TV and Internet. Bundle and save.
Bundle and save. Central TV and Internet.
Welcome back to the 9 o'clock news. Earlier this week, we reported on an incident in which San Ignacio police prevailed upon a private citizen to delete photographs he had taken of a police operation in town. The Commissioner of Police has gone on record as saying that he encourages the public to take pictures and videos of police officers on official duties and promised to investigate the San Ignacio incident once a formal report is lodged. Well, it seems that another investigation of alleged wrongdoing by the San Ignacio police will have to be carried out. That is because a 26-year-old security guard is alleging that a policeman behaved belligerently towards him. The security guard, who works at Atlantic Bank, which is right across from the San Ignacio police station, reports that while on duty yesterday, he noticed a policeman about to park his motorcycle in a restricted area. The security guard says that he approached the officer to inform him of the restricted area and asked him to move the motorcycle. The security guard says that the policeman proceeded to start his motorcycle and drove over his right foot. This happened around 1:30 yesterday afternoon, and a report has been filed at the San Ignacio police station. Authorities say they are investigating the report made by the security guard. Officer commanding the police's Western Region, Senior Superintendent Andrew Ramirez, says that police abuse of any kind is not supported by the Commissioner, his senior staff, or the officer commanding San Ignacio Police. Superintendent Ramirez explains that corrective action will be instituted at the conclusion of the investigation, and the victim of yesterday's incident will be notified in writing as to the outcome of this complaint. The public is advised to report any police abuse to any of the officers commanding countrywide. A 16-year-old boy from Santa Elena town is recuperating following a stabbing incident last night in the Trapeach area. Police say that around 8:30 last night, the boy and 4 of his friends were at the racetrack when a second group arrived. There was an exchange of words and a fight erupted, during which the 16-year-old boy was stabbed to the back. The boy was taken to the San Ignacio Community Hospital for treatment and later transferred to the Western Regional in Belmopan. Police say the doctor at the San Ignacio Hospital has classified the 16-year-old boy's injuries as dangerous harm. Authorities have since detained a 34-year-old man from San Ignacio and are looking for the other members of the second group pending investigations. A 19-year-old man from Santa Elena town was busted with 2 crocus bags full of marijuana last night in Tea Kettle Village. Members of the mobile interdiction team were on duty at mile 54 on the George Price Highway around 9 o'clock last night when a small car with taxi license plates sped through the checkpoint towards Belmopan. Officers set chase and caught up with the car in Tea Kettle Village. The driver of the car attempted to run away, but authorities captured him and took him back to his vehicle, where a search uncovered the 2 crocus bags with marijuana weighing 104 pounds. 19-year-old Maynor Leonel Portillo of La Loma Luz Boulevard, Santa Elena Town, has since been arrested and charged for the offense of drug trafficking. In 7 days' time, the official opening of the Codicadaire Games will be held at the Marion Jones Sports Complex in Belize City. It is the first time that Belize will be hosting the games, which features primary school-age youths taking part in various sporting disciplines. The organizers in Belize are pulling out all the stops to make the event spectacular. Hundreds of young athletes from around Central America will gather at the Marion Jones Stadium on July 7th for the official Codicadaire Games opening ceremony. The festivities, organized by the National Institute of Culture and History, will include close to 2 hours of creative performances representing Belize, the Caribbean, and Central America. Among the star-studded lineup of performers are the Garifuna drummers, Chris Saldano, Jackie Castillo, marching bands, marimba, and steel orchestras. The participants of the Codicadaire Games, ages 6 to 12, will face each other in table tennis, football, basketball, and volleyball at sites around the country over a 6-day period. This is the news on the National Channel. Coming up, we'll take a look at the weather. That's after these messages.
Misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of my TV is it costs as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. My TV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
The sun was out for a while today in San Ignacio, but then some rain clouds rolled in this afternoon. Here is the forecast for Friday. And that is a look at the weather with information provided by forecaster Ronald Gordon at the Belize Weather Bureau. And now to end the news, here are the main points again. Second leg of charity bike ride across the country arrives in Santa Elena town. Logistics finalized for the opening of the Codicader Games, and police make drug bust in Tea Kettle Village. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. Thank you for joining us. I am Patrick Jones. Have a good evening and a good night.